Felix the Fiery Red Fox. Stories by English with Miss Julia. Felix the Fiery Red Fox lived in a lively forest filled with sounds. His bright red fur shone beneath the tall oak trees. Every morning he set out to explore the woodland. Felix loved learning the names of animals and places. One day, Felix stepped into the rustling undergrowth. Leaves crunched softly beneath his paws. He listened closely to the hidden sounds around him. The forest seemed full of secrets waiting to be discovered. Felix spotted a squirrel high in the canopy. It jumped quickly between the branches. He learned that the canopy is the top layer of the forest. Many animals lived and moved there. Nearby, Felix found a small burrow in the ground. A rabbit peeked out carefully from inside. He learned that a burrow is an underground home. It keeps animals safe from danger. Felix walked past a patch of moss on a fallen log. It felt soft and damp under his paws. He learned that moss grows in shady habitats. Habitats are places where living things survive. As he moved forward, tall ferns brushed his fur. They grew thick in the shade of the forest. Felix learned that ferns love damp soil. The forest floor was full of plant life. A deer stepped quietly into a clearing. Its hooves moved gently across the ground. Felix learned about hooved animals. They walk softly and quietly through the forests. Felix heard the hoot of an owl above. Ooh, 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 ooh. The owl rested on a strong branch. He learned that owls are nocturnal animals. They are active at night. He followed the sound of flowing water. A small stream crossed his path. Felix learned that streams provide fresh water. Many animals depend on them. A frog jumped into the stream with a splash. It moved easily between land and water. Felix learned the word amphibian. Amphibians live in both environments. Felix saw ants moving in long lines. They worked together in a colony. He learned that a colony is a group of insects. They cooperate to survive. A badger appeared near its den. It dug deep into the earth. Felix learned that a den is another animal shelter. Different animals build different homes. The wind moved the leaves above him. The foliage swayed gently in the breeze. Felix learned that foliage means leaves. It covers the forest canopy. If you are enjoying the stories thus far, Please click the like button and do consider subscribing to our channel so that you may see our next stories. He found mushrooms growing in the shade. They formed small clusters on the ground. Felix learned about fungi. Fungi help break down natural materials. A woodpecker tapped on a tree trunk. It searched for insects under the bark. Felix learned that bark protects trees. It keeps the tree safe. Felix noticed paw prints on the ground. They formed a trail through the forest. He learned the word tracks. Tracks show where animals have been. A hedgehog moved slowly through the grass. Its spines protected it from danger. Felix learned about animal defenses. Each creature has its own protection. A butterfly fluttered past Felix. Its wings were colorful and light. He learned that butterflies are insects. They help plants grow through pollination. Felix stood beside a large tree trunk. It was thick and strong. He learned that the trunk supports the tree. It holds everything upright. He noticed roots beneath the soil. They spread deep into the ground. Felix learned that roots absorb water. They keep the tree alive. A fox cub peeked from behind a bush. It watched Felix with curiosity. Felix learned the word cub. Young animals are often called cubs. He walked across soft soil. It felt cool beneath his paws. Felix learned that soil supports plant life. It is essential for growth. A crow flew overhead and cawed loudly. Its feathers shone in the light. Felix learned about feathers. They help birds fly and stay warm. Felix entered a dense part of the forest. The trees grew close together. He learned that dense means thick. Dense forests are full of life. He found a peaceful meadow surrounded by trees. Wildflowers grew everywhere. Felix learned about meadows. They are open grassy areas. A calm pond reflected the sky. The water was still and clear. Felix learned that ponds are quiet waters. They reflect their surroundings. Bees buzzed around the flowers. They collected nectar carefully. Felix learned about pollination. It helps plants reproduce. Vines climbed up tree trunks. They wrapped tightly around branches. Felix learned how vines grow. They use other plants for support. A raccoon searched for food nearby. It used its paws skillfully. Felix learned the word forage. Animals forage to find food. The sun began to set. The forest turned golden and calm. Felix learned the word twilight. It is the time between day and night. Stars appeared above the forest. Night animals began to wake. Felix learned about nocturnal life. Some animals are active at night. Felix returned to his den. He thought about everything he had learned. The forest was full of knowledge. Every day was a new adventure. He shared his discoveries with other animals. They listened carefully and learned new words. Felix helped them understand their world. Learning brought them together. Felix continued exploring every day. He became wiser with each journey. The forest became his classroom. He loved every moment of learning. And so Felix the fiery red fox kept exploring. He followed trails and listened to nature. The forest always had something new to teach. Felix was always ready to learn. Thank you for reading this story with us. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button and do consider subscribing to our channel. This way we may keep you informed about new English words, pronunciation, and allowing you to practice your listening skills. We look forward to seeing you in our next